It is a sad, sad day, chat. As we must... Oh my gosh, why am I peeking so much? As we must wave goodbye to our 10-game winning streak for the Mariners. Rangers really can't win one game. The Rangers suck, bro. I've been saying they're pretenders. They suck. They suck. They're awful. They're an awful baseball team. Listen, Bryce in this one battled. And I don't know, the Royals, that's just the kind of team that they are. You know what I mean? The Royals are the kind of team that's going to be able to scratch and claw their way back. We've known that. They kind of did it yesterday, like a little bit. As Mara says, all good things must come to an end. Hell of a run, though. Exactly. Which is why, chat, tonight, in my opinion, is not a Mariners Anonymous night. I don't want to do Mariners Anonymous the rest of the year. You know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm not happy. That's not the right word. See, Micah, no. The meltdown has started. No. We can't have that mentality. We absolutely cannot have the mentality that the meltdown has started. That, I understand it. I understand the pessimism after a streak ends like this. I get it. But we can't just say, oh, well, they lost a game. It's over. You know what I mean? Now, it doesn't help today that almost everybody around you won. I mean, technically the Tigers didn't win and the Rangers didn't win. So the Tigers, if the Mariners are able to take that division lead, it's only going to matter where the Tigers are at if they could take that division lead, but they might be able to put themselves in a position to get a first-round bye. Chip's done with the 499. Can anyone else tell when Brash starts turning red and sweating that it's not going to go well? Yeah, I mean, Brash, I don't know, man. It's tough to say because Matt Brash has been so electric for this team. It's the most earned runs he's ever given up as a reliever, ever. And that ball that Frazier hit, I don't know how many I don't know how many times or how many ballparks that ball would have got out in, but I would assume probably not that many. And Adam Frazier, you know what I mean? The corpse of Adam Frazier comes back to haunt the Mariners. He played such a big role in the playoffs for the Mariners in 2022. I'm not even going to say that. No, I'm just going to say he played a big role, and tonight it went the other way. Streak wasn't going to last forever. Sucks, but if you take the series tomorrow, no harm, no foul. Yeah, as long as you take the series tomorrow, I don't care. I do not care as long as you take the series tomorrow. You win tomorrow, you go into Houston tied. That if you can go into Houston tied, you're going to go into Houston tied or a game back either way. Whatever happens tomorrow will dictate what needs to happen in the Houston series. And if I'm being honest with you, I really do think that I really did think this was going to be the start that we would lose. Jordan Jones with the 5 gifted members to Whitmore, to Serptic, to Stewart, to James, to Dan. Is that the Dan? The Dan Wilson. Did I miss one? Or is there one that hasn't popped up yet? Stewart, Serptic, Whitmore, Dan, James. Oh, that's 5. I can't count, chat. I can't count. Dude, everybody give a big smooches, bro, to Jordan. Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that 5 gifted members. Hello, Jordan, you absolute legend. Yeah, this was a game that I honestly felt like they had a decent chance to lose. Like, before the game even started, just because it was Bryce Miller on the mound, and Bryce has been so hit or miss. You have to come out and win tomorrow. Now, it's Stephen Kolek on the mound. Stephen Kolek on the mound versus Luis Castillo. You definitely need Luis to be good tomorrow. You need Luis to come out and be the guy that you're paying him to be. And he was in his last start, but we need that to continue in this start tomorrow. If you come out and win tomorrow, you are tied with the Astros going into Houston. You got to win that series in Houston no matter what. But if you lose tomorrow, you probably need to sweep that series in Houston. Frankie, with the 1 month member. Dan leaving Brash in that is criminal. Yeah, I think Brash should have been out earlier, but at the same time, like, it's hard to just have someone getting up, and like getting up in the pen and trying to be ready when you assume that you're going to, that you're going to have Brash pitch the entire 8th inning. So I don't know. I just think that there was a lot in this game that it was a baseball game. I don't know. I'm not super upset about this game. I see everyone talk about Julio getting picked off. Yeah, whatever. I mean, there was 2 outs. Odds are it had whoever was it had Gino just struck out at the plate in that at bat, nobody would be saying anything. But yeah, Julio absolutely cannot be picked off there with Gino and how hot he was today. You cannot get picked off in that scenario. I think that Jack Caglione would have scored on that ball out to Julio anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But am I having selective memory, or has Brash been really rough all year? Whatever his numbers say. No, I think you're having selective memory. If I'm so tired of seeing Brash, what a bust. That might be the worst take I've read all night, Lucky. That might be the worst take I've read all night. Is Brash to blame tonight? Yeah, I mean, Brash is to blame. The Mariners offense battled back. Bryce was not necessarily good in this one either. Julio pickoff sets the tone to lose, I guess, but at the same time, like, if you just have your pitcher do what your pitcher is supposed to do, then you don't have to worry about it. I don't disagree. I mean, it definitely sets the tone, but I agree with Reese. You shouldn't be mad at this one. You shouldn't be mad at this one. It sucks that the streak is over, but it had to end at some point. And honestly, I'm happy that it ended before the Astros series, so that's one less thing we have to stress about during the Astros series. To be honest with you, yeah, Brash. I mean, the entire Mariners bullpen has been good, but they've also bent a little bit, and yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't be in high leverage innings when the game's on the line when you struggle with walks. I disagree, Frodo. I disagree. If that was the case, like, at least 60% of closers would never be in the big leagues. If that was the case. Yeah, when Brash is bad, he's bad. When Brash is bad, he's bad. It was unfortunate that that we had to see Dom Canzone grounded that double play. I really was hoping there was going to be some magic left in him. But, again, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. I guarantee the Mariners will lose another game this year. If they don't, I'll be surprised. I mean, there's 10 games left on the season. So maybe they win 10, they lose 1, they win another 10. I don't know. They're going to lose another game at some point this season. And we just have to, this is the problem with this team this year. It's all those games earlier in the year where we said at the end of it, that's the game we're going to look back on and say, what the hell? Like the loss against the Twins when Munoz blew it in the 9th. The loss against the Yankees when Brian Wu had thrown a no-hitter for, 7 innings or whatever like it was. Those games are coming back to bite you now. Those games are always going to come back and bite you now, and that's what we're kind of seeing. Kevin with the $5 holla says, people need to calm down. It's just one loss. We're still in great shape, but why is Spire not going back out after 4 pitches? Well, I think that the reason is because Spire got through like the rest of the lefties, right? Or am I misremembering? I think I'm misremembering. I don't know. It's a good question, Kevin. I mean, obviously, an up down for a guy like that, you never know if you but when you have like Adam Frazier coming up, but you also probably want the right-handed matchup with Matt Brash versus Salvador Perez. In the end, Brash walks him. Honestly, if they would have kept Spire in, I think they would have intentionally walked him to get to Frazier and have Spire face Frazier. But I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say, but yeah, just a rough one to lose, but it's just this game wouldn't be as bad of a loss had the Mariners won the games they should have won earlier in the season. Because you're going to have games like this. You're going to have games like this. You know what I mean? So, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? As long as the Mariners come back out, win tomorrow, I mean, and keep their foot on the gas, and they, as someone mentioned in the chat, don't let this spiral. Because we know that the Mariners love to let things spiral. Can't have that happen. At least Scooble's pitching tomorrow for the Tigers. Yeah, so if the Mariners were to have kept winning, I would want the Tigers to lose tomorrow. But because the Mariners lost today, I would like for the Tigers to win tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I'm teetering on two sides, right? On one hand, well, we're not going to be able to really know how to feel until after the Astros series. Well, we beat DeGrom. Looking forward to Friday, M's fans. Black Mantis, man. It's going to be a fun series. It's going to be a fun series. I hope we can all still be friends at the end of it. Yeah, I think that on one hand, I want the Guardians to lose. I want the Rangers to lose. But on the other hand, I want the Tigers to lose. I want obviously the Astros to lose, even if that means that the Guardians and the Rangers catch up a little bit in the wild card. If you're thinking division, it's a lot more important for the Astros and for the Tigers to lose. But if you're thinking wild card, then you want the Red Sox, the Rangers, the Yankees, the Guardians to lose. So it's a double-edged sword, and I really don't know how to feel yet. At least not until we get through this Astros series. William with the 299 says, and the Astros sweep, for frick's sake. Yeah, bummer. Rangers suck. I mean, I would say the Rangers, where are they at in the wild card now? Let's see if it's updated. Look at the wild card here. The Mariners. Also, that was the nicest loss of the year for the Mariners at 69 losses. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Rangers are pretty much out of it. I mean, they're not out of it, right? Like, they can still go on a tear. But losing or getting swept by the Astros puts them, I believe, 4.5 back, if that's updated. I think it's updated. Puts them 4.5 back of the Mariners. So now we need Cleveland to start losing. And Cleveland starts playing Minnesota they play Detroit tomorrow. So, I don't know. Again, we just have to see how it plays out. I've told you guys, I'm not mad about this one per se, but it is a bummer just the way things played out tonight. Basically all across the stack of games tonight, with the Red Sox winning. Actually, did the Red Sox officially win? Did they win? I'm assuming they did, because the Athletics freaking suck and couldn't score. Yeah, Red Sox won. So, Red Sox won, Astros won, Yankees won, Mariners lost. That sucks. Had the Mariners won tonight, I would have been feeling okay about, the Tigers losing and whatnot. But right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hey, play nice in the chat, Lucky and Michael. Play nice in the chat. Yeah, it's not a Mariners Anonymous night. Now, if this continues, if it spirals, if it snowballs, then we'll have some Mariners Anonymous nights. I really don't want to have a Mariners Anonymous night. We win this game without JP's blunder in the first. I mean, we also don't make this close without JP's home run and his defensive play behind Gabe Spire. You know what I mean? Like, it's, again, give and take, JP, I don't even know if he would have, I don't even know if that JP would have even been able to throw him out. That ball was hit so slow. No, you're good, Michael. You're good. I wasn't keeping up with what was going on. I just saw some name calling. I wasn't keeping up with what was going on. We lose this game without JP's homer. Unfortunately, we also lost it with JP's homer. But yeah, I get you. If Cal hit 3 home runs, we would have won the game. It's true. That's true, chat. I think these guys are hungry to beat Houston. I know it, man. I hope so. Man, I hope so. I hope that the Mariners come out firing on all cylinders versus Houston. Do you wish Cal gave us more emotion or hype? He's breaking so many crazy records and looks stoic AF. Do I wish? I don't know. I mean, I think that it's even more interesting because Cal is who he is. And what's really funny, so I've met Cal in person a couple of times. He is very stoic that's just the kind of person that he is. He's very stoic. He's very dry. You know what I mean? That's just the kind of person he is. But I think that makes it when he gets pumped up, like when he hit the walk-off, when he gets pumped up, I think it makes it even more exciting. You know, like when he hit the walk-off to send the Mariners to the postseason and how excited he was. He's jumping up and down. And it's like, you know, I feel like that's interesting. He's just a dry, you know, person, dry sense of humor, etc. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really have a strong feeling about it. Like, you know what I mean? But maybe, you know, maybe. I don't know. I'm okay with him being stoic. He's caught like 17,000 balls this year behind the dish. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. I would be too if my legs were hurting as bad as his are, huh? Yeah, I don't know. And he's just as Mr. Sticky says, he's a chill dude. So who knows? I think that he's more interested, and he said it himself. He's more interested in team success than he is personal success, and I think that's a good thing. So. I have a feeling that Naylor's going to pop off in Houston. I'm so ready for that. I think Gino might pop off in Houston, to be honest with you. I think Gino's going to have a good series in Houston, chat. Yeah, I think I'll have a good series. So, I hope. Somebody said in the chat earlier, if the trade-off for Gino getting hot the rest of the year was 1 loss, we'll take that. We'll take that because, again, I've been saying Gino can carry a team for a week at a time. You know what I mean? 2 weeks at a time. That's huge. And if Gino's getting hot right now going into Houston, I will gladly trade a game versus the Royals. So, I'm feeling that Gino's going to light it up. Yeah, he's got to get going, man, and he did today. So, Cal going to hit 5 home runs versus Houston. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Cal hits 5 in Houston and gets to 61? Then again, if he was to get close to Aaron Judge's record, American League home run record, I think that Cal would win the MVP. So, why did Canzone not start? That was stupid. Cole Reagans, tough lefty on the mound, makes sense. With that being said, I think he probably should have been in there earlier than he was. But yeah, tough to say. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna get out of here. I know everyone's pretty excited about tonight. So, I'm gonna get out of here. I can see everyone's, feeling good. So there will be no live stream tomorrow because we are going to be posting an episode tomorrow of the Hit It Here podcast. We're going to post an episode tomorrow that is a recap of the Royals series. And then on Friday, we're going to post an episode of a preview of the Astros series. So we have 2 episodes in 2 days coming out. So there will be no stream tomorrow because we do need to record a couple of podcasts tomorrow. But fingers crossed the Mariners can pull it out tomorrow. Series win. It's all we can ask for, right? Just keep winning series. So, tough one today, but just come right back out tomorrow and go get them. I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you guys very soon.